Hey everybody, Chris Grest here. So I did a video a while back on my KUSA KP9 and I've had a good bit of time to shoot it. So the last video was kind of just a first look when I first got it. So I've had some time to play with it, shoot it, make some changes to it. And so I want to see how it stacks up as compared to another PCC that I have, which is this guy right here. So I've had a CZ Scorpion for a few years now, and it is really a cool PCC, pistol caliber carbine, and I've made quite a few changes to this guy over the years. But let's take a little closer look to the KP9, and you know, we'll see what my thoughts are on this guy so far and how do I think it stacks up to the CZ Scorpion. So let's go ahead and get started. Alright, so just a little bit of comparison between the KUSA KP9 and the CZ Scorpion. Now my CZ Scorpion is pretty much modified. Safety selectors, the trigger springs, the grip. It does have the tail hook brace on there, and then I did put a inlet we trust shortened barrel, so I made a K conversion, so it is shorter, it is more compact, but had I left the Scorpion the same length, it would be probably a more fair comparison as far as size. They are pretty much the same size had I not done the K conversion. But with that aside, I will say that the one thing that I'm not crazy about as far as the Scorpion, it is polymer, and I have seen a number of people have out of battery discharges and crack or destroy their receiver, and pretty much if you do that, if you destroy the serialized side, you have to buy a new Scorpion. So that's a really big detractor. Not saying that the KP9 would not suffer some catastrophic damage with an out of battery discharge or a case rupture, but I would say that it's a bit more robust. I mean, it's an AK. We all know that AKs will run. They will run like a scalded dog, and they almost can't be destroyed. The CZ Scorpion, I know Tim over at Military Arms Channel recently put one through a gauntlet test and it failed pretty bad. So, but yeah. So, however, both have been 100% reliable, you know, and both have you know, proven themselves. I probably have more rounds to the CZ Scorpion. However, I got enough rounds to the KP9 to kind of give myself a pretty good idea which one I'm going to navigate towards, you know, if my life depended on it. So both are set up with a tri-lug adapter. Both are set up with slings. However, with the KP9, I did have to be a little creative. I used some paracord to attach to the brace, whereas the CZ Scorpion does have quick detach mounts, but that's fine. I mean, that's just a minor thing. Trigger wise, I would say the Scorpion is garbage out the box. I did polish it up. I did add a set of HBI springs, but for the KP9, I added the ALG trigger. So the ALG trigger for AKs is freaking awesome. This is the second one I put in. I'm probably going to put one in my Arsenal SGL21 as well. Pretty much ergonomic wise on the KP9, it's rock solid. There's nothing that I have a need or desire to change out. With the mag release being a paddle style like an AK, and then the grip is kind of a Malott style grip. So that stuff's good to go. As far as disassembly, I would say again the KP9 definitely has the edge. It's standard AK, has recoil spring, has a bolt carrier assembly with a kind of like a guide rod. It's not really a piston because it's direct blowback. But so far it's been proven to be very easy to disassemble for cleaning, inspection, and so on. Whereas the CZ Scorpion is a little. It's not hard to disassemble, but there's a little more to it, I would say. But it's not bad. So let's go ahead and talk about optic mounting and that sort of thing. That is something that I would say both are pretty on par. The top cover, hinge top cover, is really good. I've not had any issues with zero drifting around or anything like that. I will say the CZ Scorpion having a rail that goes across that's integrated into the receiver is maybe a little more stable, potentially, but I've not noticed any difference with the KP9. I think the KP9 is pretty dang good the way they have a very solid top cover with a rail assembly that's bolted down to it. Magazines, the CZ Scorpion hands down has, they're both very nice magazines, function great. The CZ Scorpion has a heck of a lot more options, whereas the KUSA mags are proprietary and they are quite expensive. You can pick up the Palmetto State Armory CZ Scorpion mags that also work in the AKV for $15 a piece or so. Magpul makes mags for it. You also have a few other outfits that are making mags for it, as well as the factory CZ mags, whereas the KP9 mags, you have to get those from KUSA, and they are pretty pricey. So I recommend, if you have a KP9, buy a 5-pack of mags. You save a little bit on the mags, and they're pretty good, folks. So it is a little bit more expensive to get set up with the mags. So I got my tri-lug mount, and actually this is the second one. I originally had one, I think it was from HBI, but I went ahead and swapped it out for one from Rugged Suppressors. It's 1/2 by 28, and it's a little nicer than the HBI one, and seems to lock up better actually than the one I had from HBI. All right, so final thoughts. If I had to choose one or the other, I think overall reliability, durability would have to go to the AK, the KP9. And KUSA did an outstanding job with their testing and development of this particular firearm. They have quite a few reviews on the KP9, and it's just really a joy to shoot. I love my CZ Scorpion. I've been hooting and holler about that thing for a long time, but that KP9, there's just something to say about it. As always, if you're deciding between a firearm, of course, the answer is always get both if you can. I know that's not always the case. Sometimes money's a factor, and it is for me as well. These are stuff I've purchased with my own money, but yeah, for sure I'm really enjoying the KP9. The CZ Scorpion, it was my very first PCC, and it's really awesome, but man, the KP9 is they just did an awesome job on it, and I'm not even an AK guy. But that thing just, it really rocks. So Alright, so that's kind of sums up my thoughts with a little bit of a comparison. I didn't plan on it really being a comparison necessarily. It was more of a, hey, you know, follow-up video on my KP9. But there you have it. You know, KP9 is rocking along. It's great. I hope ammo supply catches up so I can shoot it more. but yeah, appreciate everybody watching, subscribing, and if you have any comments or suggestions, put them down below. I'd love to hear them, and I will catch y'all in the next video. Y'all take it easy.